Good morning, everyone. How are you all? Hope so. You are good and doing well. Yes? So, in our previous class, we have learned one chapter from our course book. Yes? So, today we are going to do one chapter from our grammar book. So, from our grammar book, our very first chapter is all about the sentences. Okay, so today we are going to read what is a sentence. Okay, so as you people know that the very beginning में when you people were in KG1 and KG2, when you were in KG1, you people have read alphabets like A, B, C, D, E. These all are the alphabets. So after that you have learned to frame a word. Okay, to frame a word. That is, if I will say C-A-T, cat. So we say that it is a word. Okay, it is a word. So exactly like that only, when we arrange a words, if suppose I will say drinking milk cat is. If I will say that, here is a sentence. Here I am saying that drinking milk cat is. You can see here, this is one word. The whole drinking is one word. Milk is the another word. Cat is also the one word, and is also one word. But here it is not a proper sentence. This is not a proper sentence because here the words are there, but it doesn't sense any it doesn't have any meaning. Okay, here you see drinking milk cat is. What is the meaning of that sentence? But if I will write it, cat is drinking milk. Now, cat is drinking milk. So this sentence we are having some meaning, something we can understand from this sentence. Not something, we can understand properly. Here that the cat is drinking milk. Okay, so here what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words. You can see this is one group, again this is one group, this is one group, and this is one group. Okay, it is a group of words. You can see these are the different groups of words. Okay, arrange it. A group of words, arrange it to get a meaningful sentence. Okay, group of words, arrange it to get a meaningful sentence. Then that is called as a sentence. Or you can say a group of words arranged to make a meaningful sentence. Okay, so what is a sentence? Repeat it. A sentence is a group of words. It is not word, it will be words. Okay, because we are not using only one word. We are using group of words. Okay, and these group of words make complete sense. Okay, this sentence is making some sense. So, group of words that make complete sense is called a sentence. Okay, what is it called? Called a sentence. If exactly I am giving you another example. See, this is an another example. Here you see, these are also one group of words. Ice cream is one group of words. I is one group. Eat is one group. Want is one group. Here also we are having a group of words. But these words which are there, they are not arranged properly. Okay, they are not arranged properly. So that's why this is not a sentence. So come, let's try to arrange it. So what will come first? I want to eat ice cream. I want to eat ice cream. So have you got some meaning for this sentence? Got it? I want to eat ice cream. So we have got one meaning for this sentence. So, what is the sentence? Here also you see a group of words which makes complete sense. A sentence is a group of words which make complete sense. That is called as sentence. Is it clear? Everyone, is it clear? So now, while we are framing any sentence, we have to keep in our mind three things. Okay, three things we should keep it in our mind. What are those three things? The first and the foremost thing that we should keep in our mind is we should always start a sentence with capital letter. Always remember. You can see here, this is the first word of our sentence, and the second sentence we have done here, this is our first word. Okay, so always we should keep it in our mind that the first word of the sentence will always start with capital letter. Okay, this is the first important thing that we have to keep in our mind when we are framing a sentence. Now, what is the second thing that we have to keep it in our mind when we are framing a sentence is, the sentence should have meaningful sense. The sentence when you are framing, it should have meaning. If suppose here there is a sentence, if I will write, this is my first word. Okay, in this sentence, this is my first word. So, if I will write this sentence, I have started with capital letter. But see, this sentence doesn't make any sense. It is not having any sense. So, whatever the sentence is there, that sentence should have meaningful sense. Means the sentence should have some meaning. Okay, that is our second point, that a sentence should have a proper meaning. The third and the most important thing is, we should always end the sentence with proper punctuation marks. Okay, whenever we are writing any sentence, we should end with proper punctuation marks. Okay, what are the punctuation marks? Like full stop, question mark and exclamatory sign. So these are the punctuation marks which we are using at the end of our sentences. So in what type of sentence may what type of punctuation marks will come, that one I will tell you later or in the next video. But right now you please try to understand the sentence and how the sentences are formed. Okay, so here you can see, here I have made two sentences. One, the cat is drinking milk. I will give you this in this example. See, what are the three things that we have to keep it in mind? That first one, it should start with capital letter. Yes, my sentence is started with capital letter. Cat is drinking milk. So here this sentence is having its own sense. It is having some meaning. Yes, I have cleared my second point. Now the third point. As the cat is drinking milk, here I have put the punctuation mark also. So this is the third most important thing. We have to keep it in mind when we are framing the sentence. Okay, exactly like that only you can see the second sentence that I have written here. I want to eat ice cream. I want to eat ice cream. Here you see I have started the sentence with capital letter. Yes, and the sentence is having proper meaning. You can see the sentence, it is having some meaning, and you can see that we have used the punctuation mark at the end. Means my sentence is complete here. If you will not put any punctuation marks and if you are leaving this sentence like this, means that whoever will read, they will think that the sentence is incomplete. Something they want to write here. Something they were expecting to write here. Okay, so that is why we have to put punctuation marks at the end of the sentence. So these are the three important things that we have to keep it in mind when we are framing any sentence. Okay, so once again I want to repeat what are the three things that we have to keep it in mind when we are framing a sentence. The first is we should start the sentence with capital letter. Okay, always whenever you are starting the sentence you have to start with capital letter. Second one, the sentence which we are writing, that should have proper meaning. Okay, it should be a meaningful sentence. Third one that we have to keep it in mind, that is at the end of the sentence we have to use proper punctuation mark. Okay, so this is all about the sentence. So here one more thing I want to tell you is, when we are framing any sentence, the sentence is divided into two parts. Okay, in the sentence we always have two parts. One is subject and the other one is predicate. Okay, the two parts of the sentence we are having, that is subject and the other one is predicate. These are the two parts of the sentences. Here, if I am talking about the subject may be in one word, maybe in two words, or maybe in group of words. Okay? And here you see, this is an example I am telling you. In this example, you can see in this sentence about whom we are talking. Okay, the subject is a word, means we can say about whom we are talking about. Okay, about whom we are talking. That is called as a subject. That is called as a subject. Like you can see in the first sentence, you can see we are talking about the cat. We are talking about the cat there. So that's why that is called as a subject. Okay, or we can say the one who is doing the work is called as the subject or the doer of the sentence, and the one which is left, what the subject is doing. Okay, what work the subject is doing or what action the subject is doing, that is called as the predicate. So in a sentence we have two types of not types, it is the part of sentence that we are having, that is one is the subject, and after the subject from verb whatever is left, that is called as predicate. Okay, in this sentence you can see we are talking about the subject, that is cat. Okay, here we are talking about cat, and what cat is doing, what work the cat is doing, the cat is drinking milk. So, is drinking milk is your predicate. So, always the sentence is having a subject and a predicate. Exactly like that. Here also there is one sentence you see. I want to eat ice cream. So here about whom we are talking? Who is the subject here? Here I is the subject. Okay, here I is the subject. And whatever is left, want to eat ice cream, is your predicate. Okay, that is your predicate. Is it clear now? Everyone? So, whenever we are forming any sentence or whenever we are doing anything, we should keep that the subject and predicate should be there in your sentence. If the sentence is not having any, if the subject is not there, then it is incomplete. And if the predicate is not there, then the sentence will not be formed. Okay, there are some predicates. So it can be in one word, it can be in two words, or it can be in more than two words. Okay, if I will say, suppose if I am saying in a corner, what is there in a corner? A person is standing in a corner, or a lizard is there in the corner, or a broom is placed in the corner. What is there? We don't know what is there. So it doesn't make any sense. Okay, the sentence doesn't make any sense without subject or without predicate. Okay, so we should have in the sentence we should have both subject and predicate. Okay, and same exactly when you people are doing this, you people have understood what is subject, what is sentence, and how you have to frame the sentence by using these rules. Okay, and if in your book, if rearrange the sentences is given, always keep it in mind that first subject will come. Okay, first your subject will come. Then verb will come, then object will come. Whenever you are framing the sentences or whenever you are doing, rearrange the sentences. Okay, if such type of things will be there in your book, then you have to follow this formula. That always you will be putting the subject first. Okay, then the verb with helping. In the middle of this you will be using helping verbs if they are there in the rearranging the sentences with the options are there with helping verbs, prepositions or conjunctions, whatever will be there, you will be adding that in the middle. But the formula is subject first, then the verb, then the object. Subject, then the verb, then the object. Okay, so you have to follow this rule that whenever we are arranging the sentences, first of all, you will be getting subject, then the verb what he is doing and the object. Okay, this is all about the sentences. So in the next video, we will learn what are the different types of sentences and how can we identify the different types of sentences and how we are using these punctuation marks in those sentences. Okay, so hope so you people have understood this concept of sentence, subject, predicate. So thank you everyone, have a nice day, take care.